back, it's Andy aka the Flying Yeti, and today's video I want to go over some riding tips. This is mainly for newbies, so I don't claim to be any expert. I haven't got any advanced training or anything of that nature, so what the hell do I know? I'm just an old git that's been riding on and off the road for about, well, coming up 40 years. So I have not, I shouldn't say this, should I, but I'm going to tempt fate by saying I have not had one accident on a motorbike on the road. Well, this video might end badly now, I've just said that. So what riding tips can I give to newbies? And if you're not a newbie, don't skip the video, just criticise my riding tips. Give me some constructive criticism if you like. So the first tip I would say is some of these, I was about to say this is an obvious tip, but if you're a newbie it may not be obvious. Make sure your bike is in good working order. Now that doesn't just come down to, oh, it's MOT'd, etc, etc. It comes down to, I think, the most important bit, which is tyres. Because tyres, let's face it, they're the only thing that's in permanent contact with the ground, or hopefully they are anyway. So your tyres need to be bang up to scratch. Check the tyre pressures regularly for the manufacturer's recommended settings as well. There's nothing worse than having a flat tyre and you not noticing it and then wondering why the handling's all over the place. So tyres will be my number one thing to make sure they are on point at all times. Next is probably going to be riding gear. If you're young and you're getting into motorbiking, I can appreciate you don't want to have like high-vis looking crap that I've got on, because let's face it, you're young and you're going to want to look cool. I'm old, not really bothered about looking cool. I'm more worried about being safe. That probably comes with age, I appreciate that, but nevertheless, make sure you are seen. Don't go out all in black. Don't get a black helmet, get a nice bright helmet. There's plenty of fancy coloured helmets that look pretty trendy and so forth. So I would say that is a good tip to adhere to. Also, I see a lot of newbie riders, and they tend to, when they're going on the road, they'll tend to sit here, right in the edge of the road. You're not on a push bike, you don't have to sit in the edge of the road. Command your road space. Sit nicely in the middle when you're going along a straight road like this. And when I'm coming to a corner, in this case a left corner, I tend to go out slightly, not right on the line, because if something comes the other way. The reason I go out slightly like I am now is because my vision is right around the corner. The further you go out for that left corner, you can see further around the corner. And the opposite way, if you're going right, you want to tuck in slightly, again not right into the curb, because in this instance you've got uneven road surface, you've got gravel and so forth. There'll be potholes in the corner of these little country roads, so you don't want to be right in, but go over a little bit. The idea is you don't want to be looking. Now when I'm riding on the road now, I'm not fixated on that car in front. I'm looking as far as the eye can see at the road. So right over there where that house is, that's kind of where I'm looking at the moment. The reason I'm doing that is I'm looking ahead as a sort of like a forewarning of anything coming up. Obviously there's nothing coming up at the moment, only it's a 30-mile-an-hour sign, so I better slow down to 30. But you might see the road, you'll notice the bend in the road, so therefore you can ascertain the speed you want to go around that bend safely at. Also you'll see any oncoming traffic. Also these country roads, you've got God knows how much danger things you've got to look out for, especially this time of year. You've got like the example back there, you've got the cyclist in the road that you've got to be aware of. You'll have horses out this time of year. You'll have farmers with tractors and so forth going slow. So you don't want to be bowling round the corner, not looking ahead as far as you can to see that possible danger. You want to spot danger as soon as you can, not last second, so you have to brake and nearly hit him and cause an accident. Not good. And also you can see that left turn sign. There's a sign there saying there's a left turn coming, and there's a slow painted on the ground in white paint. That gives you a clue that there's a nice left hand bend. So again, I'm sticking out slightly so I can see around this bend. There you go. The next sign, a right hand bend coming out. So therefore I will slowly, once this car's, or both of them cars are going left, that's good news, and drop it down a couple of gears. I'll take a slightly inside line so I can see right around the corner, and I know there's nothing coming. So that's kind of how I do it anyway. If you got any better tips, anybody, then please leave them in the comments below. Always appreciate that. I'm going to try and keep this video quite brief. I'm not very good at doing brief. My first video ride out was 28 minutes, and I think I got my record thumbs down on that one. But I don't mind the thumbs down. It gives me food for thought. It gives me data to try and improve my videos. Because let's face it, I'm no superstar. I've only done a few of these bike related ones. So it's all about trying to make it better every time you do it. So yeah, I appreciate the thumbs up and the thumbs down. And if you enjoy my little videos, please subscribe. Why would you not? It is free, it doesn't cost you anything, as I keep saying. So on that note, this has been, as the Piston Flyer says, this has been the Flying Yeti.